Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back, troops, to another Legion premiere. You might hear it in my voice. I am excited about this knife, my grail, the Extrema Tuscan Tanto blade. Ever since this came out, I have been watching every content creator that has been showing this knife, whatever the language is. I've been watching, and man, this knife finally is in my hands, and I want to thank Extrema for sending me this knife, not only to own but to test. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it, and you've made me one of the happiest content creators on this planet. This is a grail knife. You know, I tell you, I never really had a grail knife until this thing came out. And I am a big fan of Extrema's Tantos. I've got two other Tantos from these guys, a reverse Tanto, and now I have this. So I have four in total, man. And I tell you, I don't know what it is, but Extrema has the market on Tantos as far as I'm concerned. Just an amazing, design. I mean, look at it. It's just freaking awesome. It's a beefy 6mm thick blade, man. It's crazy, man. And I'm just so grateful to the Extrema people for, sending me one to test out, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, troops, legionnaires, new recruits, I want to know what you guys are carrying. Well, until I own an Extrema Tanto, I've got the only Tanto that I think is worth the same class as this this knife right here, and that's the Cold Steel AD10 in a Tanto format, S35VN, man. So, in my opinion, this is the only Tanto that should be in the same league as the Extrema Tuscan. All right. Let me all know what you're all carrying today, man. I'm just excited, Let's go over the specs of this awesome blade, and then we'll do some close-ups. I'll show you the sheath. I'll show you the box that it came in. I'm excited. And then hopefully sometime this week or this weekend coming up, depending on my time, we're going to do some serious testing with this blade. Specs. Once again, this is the Extrema Tuscan. Overall length is 12.04 inch. Blade length is 6.57 inch. Blade steel is a Böhler N690. Blade design is Tanto. Blade grind is flat. Blade finish is satin. Blade hardness is 58 HRC. Blade thickness is a hefty 6mm. Handle length is 5.47 inch. Handle material is black G10. The weight of this knife is 15.43 ounces, and it features a nicely made ambidextrous Cordura sheath with a ton of Molly system compatibility. The knife is full tang, has a lanyard hole, and it has a paracord that was included with it. So enough with the specs. Let's take a look at this awesome blade, my grail. Okay, cool. Let me just put that down, ring the specs off the phone. Let's take a look at this beast, man. Look at that. Look at that Tanto blade, man. Talk about something to pierce with, man. Look at that. Now, they say flat grind. It is a flat grind, but it is kind of like, it goes up high saber, and then it goes down, it swedges down, and then there's a nice swedge over here. And it's just pretty incredible, man. I'm just so excited, and I just hope I don't mess this up. You know what I mean? It's got this small sharpening choil. I got to make sure I keep everything in frame as best as possible. It's got this small sharpening choil. It has a very, very slight small guard. However, it might be enough depending on how it's held. It's just enough to stop your fingers, if you're doing some serious penetration with this, to go down. Maybe if the guard was just a tiny bit larger. Who knows? But it's still pretty nice. Let's take a look at the G10 scales. Beautiful G10 scales, and according to the documentation, they put a hole here to lighten this up a little bit, give it a better balance. I wish they would have made it, completely solid, but hey, the Extrema Ratio engineers know exactly what they're doing. The G10 handle is contoured beautifully. It's got this little cutout right here for the finger groove. It's also got a cutout in the steel for your fingers. I'm going to grab it in a second. Beautifully textured, okay, like that Rocky Mountain tread over here. So it's not sharp on your hand, but it'll give you some good grip. Stainless steel hardware, which I love. I mean, it just makes this particular knife pop. You can see that there is a lanyard hole, and they were generous enough to include a lanyard. Protruding tang, so if you needed to baton the tang into wood for whatever reason, or chisel something, who knows, you have an option to hammer the tang over here, as you can see. Well, you know what, let's do the close-ups, okay? That's what we're here for. Everything is nicely rounded off. Some slight jimping here on the bottom of the blade, and you can see the jimping also is cut into the G10 scales. Let's take a look at the other side. There's some jimping, smaller jimping towards the rear, again jimping in the G10 handles. All right, as you can see. And then you have some really large jimping over here. Again, nicely rounded off. But no jimping into the G10. They made it nice and flat. So, I mean, it does feel pretty good. I tell you what, man, it's definitely keep my thumb in place, that's for sure. A little aggressive, I got to say, man. It feels round. I mean, it looks rounded off if you take a look, but it's aggressive, man. It is a nice aggressive jimping. I love the stainless steel hardware, man. Let's take a look at the logo. Made in Italy. I'm not sure what the C0073V is. Could be a model or it could be a serial number. I am not sure. Tuscan is the name, and again the small logo. So you have a clean blade on both sides. No Extrema Ratio logo whatsoever. Just gorgeous. Now they also make another model, the exact same except with a black blade or coated blade, and a olive drab green handle. Gorgeous. I'll post it up on my hard use video. Make sure that you guys take a look at it. It is gorgeous too. I guess maybe this is more for law enforcement, but they don't got to conceal their knives. But this is a combat blade, man. Made for the also made for the outdoors. It's an all-rounder, but it's combat. This thing is combat through and through. This is something that a special forces operator, if they had if they had the pick of the litter, they would definitely pick one of these knives, because I would, especially it being my Grail, man. Damn, it is just gorgeous, man. It is just gorgeous. Now, I am still researching this knife, believe it or not. I'm still I'm going over some other videos. I have one content creator that has removed this, has shown what's underneath, and you could also wrap paracord, around this for whatever reason, man, in case you're out in the field and the G10 breaks and you're not readily available G10 handles to have them shipped to you. You could wrap a nice paracord around it, or maybe you just like paracord. You want to just take this off and use the paracord instead. There is an option where you can do that here, man. So a fine knife, man. Just a fine, beautifully made, beautifully crafted Italian piece of cutlery. I'm just in awe. This is my Grail, man. So I am going to showcase this as much as I possibly can. Very, very excited. Very, very excited. Okay? Just check that out. Just beautiful. I don't know if I've missed anything. You know what? Let's take a look at that spine. That's thick. That's a thick spine. I don't think that tip is going to have any kind of problems making a divot. I just don't. That is just insanely awesome. I don't know, man. For me, I kind of like thick spine knives. There's just something about it. But for this particular model, man, it's just fantastic. The other Extrema Ratio Tontos that I have, they have that, you know, the Extrema Ratio stick tang, which is strong enough as it is, but this is full tang with that little hole there, you know, and it's just, I'm just so excited, man. Just so excited that I own this. I am ecstatic, man. Let's take a look at it again. Let's take a look at it again, because I just want to show everybody. Look at that beautiful Tonto. You know, it's nicely rounded off. I bet you this gives it some more strength too. You know what I mean? The upsweep is a belly-like. Okay, you can see that. It's not straight, but that's okay. I like this. It's got a fine little line over here. Okay. And look at that edge, man. I know that edge is screaming sharp. All right, let's take a look at it. That is a screaming sharp edge. It kind of looks like it's a convex edge, the secondary bevel, which is fine with me, man. It's a small sharpening choil right there. Like I said, a little guard. Wow, what a thick spine, man. Jimping. Beautifully crafted G10 scales. Just amazing, man. Just amazing. Let me hold it. I haven't held it yet. So, to show everybody, you can see the cutout over here, right? Not only do you have a cutout in the G10 scales, but you also have a cutout in the steel. And it fits my hand beautifully with plenty of room to spare. You got maybe, you know, if you got big hands, you've got 2 more fingers here. If you're a big operator, big law enforcement guy, big first responder, you got 2 more fingers here if you got a big hand to hold this knife. All right. Let me try it another way. The handle, yeah, it's nice. Reverse grip, even better, man. Even better, the reverse grip. Feels good, man. Feels good. You know, if anybody's a martial artist who uses knives for training, let me know what you guys and gals think of this, man. I think, you know, it's combat. This is a combat blade, man. This is a combat blade. But again, as Extrema Ratio says in their description, it's also made for the outdoors, can be used for the outdoors, bushcrafting, etc. And you know, we're gonna put this to the test, man. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this the way it is. Look at that. Just fantastic, man. Just fantastic. And the logo Extrema Ratio is right there on the full tang. Pretty nice, man. Pretty nice. So well crafted. So well done, man. It is just insane. I've got a thing for the Extrema Ratio Tontos. Whether they're reverse or, you know, regular Tontos, I think they make the best design ones in the world, in my opinion. And, you know, it's good enough for me. Let's take a look at the sheath, okay? Let me just put this down here. I want to make sure that everybody sees this. Now, I'm studying the sheath. I'm studying up on the sheath. This sheath has a lot going on here, man, you know? This sheath definitely has a lot going on here. Now, I added these Velcro straps myself. As some of the Spec Ops guys say, 2 is 1, 1 is none. There was a rubber band here. It was yellow and gaudy. I took it off, so I added these Velcro straps. This is a leg strap. Okay, that is removable. And Molly compatible nylon or Cordura sheath. It's Cordura. That's what they have it in the description. Okay, and I mean, I could just think of tons of ways, you know, to carry this blade. I mean, I'm not law enforcement or military, but, you know, I could definitely think of ways to strap this on my pack, my belt, my hip. I could see that they put a lot of thought in this sheath. Now, let me just take these off. These are mine. These are not included you know, these are nice little Velcro straps right here, you know, and these are very useful. All right, quick, easy on, off. The only thing is that they make some noise. You know, I don't know how good that would be for an operator, but, you know, just something to hold this. Now, this is the leg strap. There is nothing, you know, there's nothing special other than it's a very well made leg strap. It's all Velcroed on, so I guess it doesn't slip. And it is, okay, loose over here. It can be removed. Okay, you unstrap this over here, and it can be removed completely, or put it on the opposite side for your ambidextrous, okay? There's a nice little, you know, once you have this strapped in so that it doesn't come loose or whatever while you're operating out in the field, this little strap will keep things in place, all right? But it is removable, and I'm gonna test it out when I go for a hike, just for the hell of it. See how this leg strap feels. Well, let me show you the whole sheath first, okay? Here you go. Here's the sheath as is. It's got plenty of options for carry molly capabilities. And in fact, if you know, the beauty about this is if you want, for versatility, you could get one of these Velcro straps now and snake it through, and then you could close it, and you could have even more options for carry. Now, again, this is not included. This is something that I have purchased. Big square of these things. I must have 100 of these things, but very useful when you're camping, going out in the field, etc. But yeah, man, I mean, just really, really nice. I just see a lot of options. This is also removable and adjustable. It can go up and down depending on how you like your, you know, where your strap is. Again, it's for versatility. Here's another belt loop right here where they have it with Velcro. So I'm assuming once you have it in your belt and you want to make sure that it doesn't move left or right, you know, the Velcro will lock it in place, and then you have your belt here, okay? And then the Velcro is locked in place. Ambidextrous. They have a snap. Now, if you notice, the snap doesn't have the nice round piece over here, which is kind of smart engineering, right? Because you don't need something bumping out on your leg. But this comes off. It's removable, okay? And goes on the other side for your ambidextrous carry. This is also, again, you can move it on the other side for ambidextrous carry, however you want it, okay, left or right. So, a well-engineered Caldora sheath. It's starting to rain a little bit, man. I might have to put the box away, but very well done, very well thought out. You know, it's even got, you know, the dangler system has got a little bit of play, which is good. I think that's not such a bad thing for versatility, you know. Let's pop the knife into the sheath, okay? The straps are pretty stiff. I guess I got to break them in. All right. Again, you can detach it from here, from the loop that's holding the strap, because it's Velcro, and you can move it up or down depending on how you want it on your knife. All right. Again, there's a little versatility here, but versatility nonetheless, as far as I'm concerned. All right. Or you can remove this completely. All right. And maybe there's a system out there to carry it inside the waistband, or, you know, different type of carry. I mean, with these, where did I do with these Velcros? With these Velcros, you can do scout carry. You know, I mean, there's a whole ton of things that you could do with this, you know, with this sheath. I digress. Let me snap this in. All right. So, as another colleague had mentioned, this does slip out a little bit, but at least this is here to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, okay? The inside of the sheath, there's no insert of any sort, but there is some kind of welt over here. You can see on the side, very, very thick. And I like the sheath too, man. I think the sheath is pretty amazing. I think it's well thought out. It's well engineered. I think that this could have been a little bit tighter, because you can see that it's coming out real easy, even with the strap system over here. Just got to be careful, but at least they have something here. I'm going to have to adjust this myself to see what's the best way to get this strap to make sure it's nice and secure. It's still a pretty good system, and I think that law enforcement, first responders, military, and even civilians, you're going to have a ton of options to mount this somewhere, whether it's on yourself, your vest, your hip, your backpack, however you want to do it, so. And again, if you find these out somewhere, these Velcro straps, or if you have some form of Velcro straps, you add this to the MOLLE compatible system, and you can get even more versatility out of this. So fantastic. All right. Let me pop this back out. And I want to show you the box. This thing is screaming sharp, this knife, and I'm going to do a little whittling for you. All right, but the real test is when I get out into the field. And, I'm going to do some serious chopping with this, man. All right, let's see. Make sure I get this in camera for everybody. All right, because it is a premiere, and I want to make sure that you all see. Now, it comes with a very nice box. I apologize for, little drops on here, but it's just lightly drizzling. The box is gorgeous. This is probably one of the very few boxes that I will keep to store this knife, because it is my grill knife. So I'll probably keep this box to store the knife, but very nicely done. It comes wrapped in in the plastic, shrink wrapped in the plastic. All right, gives you the lot number, the quality control. I guess this is to make sure that if this knife is real or not. So make sure you keep this, so at least you have something to show these guys. See, in case of defect, please note number of lot. So that's good. The whole knife came in this plastic, and believe it or not, they even have the Extrema label on this plastic. I don't know if you see the night on there. And then it comes with a couple of warning labels. Extremely sharp. The enclosed content is wrapped, etc. So, very nice box. Can't go wrong. And this will be one of the very few boxes that I will keep to enjoy this knife after I use it. Store it in a nice box right next to my bed. Okay, let's take another look at this knife once again, man. Once again. Let me get these straps here. If you could find them, these are a certain size, probably about 7 inches. It's a 7-inch size, right? Because that's a 7-inch blade, pretty much. So 7 inches, and lucky enough, I was able to strap this around, the Cordura sheath. So, these are not bad, man. I just look at it that it will add to to the sheath, the versatility. So, and they don't take up a lot of room, so it's pretty good. They're light. Once again, let's take a last look at this blade. Awesome Tonto. Can't go wrong with Böhler N690. I know for a fact that the Italians know what they're doing with Böhler N690. I think they've got it all down to a science, not only Extrema, but the other Italian companies that use N690. I have tested out many knives with N690, and they've always come through with flying colors. However, as always, we got to test. Beautiful blade. I know I'm going a little bit longer than I want to, but this is my grill knife, and I can't wait to see it on the big screen, man. I got a big TV, and I just want to see how this looks on the big TV when it's all uploaded and done. So very, very excited. Very, very excited. And, expect a review very, very soon, man. Just fine. Italian craftsmanship. Fine Italian craftsmanship. Any way you slice it, man. Just fantastic. All right, troops, legionnaires, new recruits, I've been rambling on long enough, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to put links to the USA website for Extrema Ratio, okay? And go check it out. I'll put direct links for this this Tuscan. You know, go check it out. Go check out the other model. And once again, expect a review really soon. All right, troops, legionnaires, new recruits, thank you very much for checking this out. Let me know what you think about this blade. And, you know, don't forget to put in the comments section, you know, what you're carrying. And let me know, man. Let me know. Let me bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and active military that wants to get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, once we're done, you know, go to the comment section, description section, check out those phone numbers, give them a call, check out those websites, do some research, okay? And read that heartfelt message from one of your own, a warrior, Martin Miller, Vietnam veteran, 66 to 69. He has experienced what you might be experiencing, and he has a heartfelt message. Please read that message and seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, legionnaires, new recruits, thank you very much. Again, once again, I want to thank Extrema Ratio for this great opportunity to showcase this knife and to test it out. At the ready, troops, hold the line. Take care.